win over Celtic in 1928, thanks to 2 goals from Sandy Archibald, 1 from Bob McPhail, and a penalty from Captain Davy Meiklejohn. It was a victory which prompted Meiklejohn to send this letter to the press. I'm proud and happy to be captain of the Rangers team that won the Scottish Cup after 25 years striving. In our hour of victory, we think of our old teammates, Arthur Dixon, Tommy Cairns and Bert Manderson, who helped to keep the colours of the old club flying and who, with the welfare of their former chums at heart, sent us a message of good cheer just before the great tussle began. Scoring the winning goal and a 3-0 scoreline reflecting a comfortable win over Kilmarnock, with Bob McPhail again on target. 2 years later, Rangers came out at Hampden in front of 113,000 supporters to face St Mirren. Rangers ran out comfortable 5-0 winners that day to clinch the double. 1 year later, Rangers were again chasing a double, this time against the Hamilton side, which scored 20 goals on the way to Hampden. But even the Rangers team without the injured Davy Meiklejohn still looked too strong for Hamilton. 2 goals from Jimmy Smith gave Rangers victory, despite a tremendous performance from Aki's teenage goalkeeper Peter Morgan, and the Scottish Cup was again on its way back to Ibrox. Just take a look at the gate and the receipts. 87,289 people paid just £3,109 to watch the match. The following year, Rangers had a chance to win the Cup for the 3rd year running against newly promoted Thurlanark in front of 89,000 at Hampden Park.
The Rangers, playing in light jerseys, have won the Scottish Cup for the last 2 years running, and the chance of their doing the hat-trick makes the game one big lump of excitement for their supporters. In the first half, they get the advantage of the wind and the rain. And early on, the wind is no small help. But in spite of being 1 down almost from the start, Lanark fight back, and both halves get their fair share of the fierce struggle.
Legendary Ibrox career. The following 10 years proved to be a barren spell for Rangers in the Cup. The 1948 final replay against Morton. And that huge, expectant crowd saw Billy Williamson score the only goal that day in what was the first Cup game he had played all season. The next year's Scottish Cup final saw a Rangers team including such famous names as George Young, Willie Woodburn and Willie Waddle, and their opponents were Clyde. Those 2 goals were part of a 4-1 win which earned the club the double yet again. 1 year later, in 1950, Rangers were again chasing both a double and 3 straight successes in the Cup. And it was a confident Rangers team that walked out onto the Hampden Park pitch. A strike from Findlay and then 2 from the late Willie Thornton gave Rangers a well-deserved 3-0 triumph. Jock Shaw was skipper and he collected the trophy in what was now becoming an annual day out for the Rangers fans. A narrow defeat at Ibrox by Hibs and then at Fir Park by Motherwell meant that Rangers did not walk out again at Hampden Park in the Scottish Cup until 1953.
The replay at Hampden Park drew another big crowd when Aberdeen took the field to play the final against Rangers all over again. It was near the interval and against the run of the play when Simpson scored the only goal of the match and the winning one for Rangers. So it was that Rangers won the Scottish Cup for the 14th time, and Young, supported by his teammates, carried off the trophy in triumph.
As the press reported at the time, Rangers did indeed get the Cup again. A crowd of 112,000 cheering them on to a narrow victory over Aberdeen.